Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I have, let's see here, seven different fragrances from Gallagher Fragrances to share with you. So I did grab the Discovery set from Gallagher because I have tried before. I had tried Wicked Good, I had tried Eau Fraiche, and I believe there's one other one I had tried. But I really wanted to try All Dae and Fineapple. Now, All Dae has like a cult following. People love that fragrance. They say it's like a brown sugar fragrance. I had to get my nose on it. So I'm going to go ahead and go through all the notes. Thankfully, are listed right on the front of the little package. So this should be pretty easy. I'll just read them off the package for you. And I'm just going to talk about each fragrance and how I feel about it. I will give it a spray here as well so I can sniff it as we're talking about it, but yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in. The first fragrance we're gonna talk about, and the reason for this purchase, is All Dae. So this is what the packaging looks like on these. Really, really beautiful. The bottles look similar to this as well, and they're really, really pretty. Okay, so All Dae is apple crisp, plum, dark rose, brown sugar, tonka bean, and stainless steel. Now, every single one of those notes sounds amazing to me. I was sure this was going to be a slam dunk of a fragrance, that I was going to absolutely adore it. However, I have got to learn that anything that has any kind of a metallic note in it is not going to work on my skin. And I had to learn that the hard way with this one. So the parts of this that I can smell before the metal, like the metallic note kicks in, is really beautiful. It's rosy. You can smell the brown sugar. You can smell you can smell the apple, the tonka bean. It's just really, really beautiful. But then on my skin, when it gets to the dry down of this fragrance, all I smell is the stainless steel. And when I tell you, it was like I turned my head and it smelled like the inside of a hot stainless steel sink or something. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had a stainless steel sink that when you run really, really hot water in it, or if you clean it with Comet or something like that, you can really smell like the steel. That's what it smelled like on my skin. It was just not good on me. And unfortunately, I sprayed this on right before I went into a conference with one of my daughter's teachers, or with my daughter's teacher, I should say. And I was so uncomfortable the whole time because I was so self-conscious about how I smelled. This one just does not work on me at all. My husband was like, oh my gosh, you literally stink. I mean, he hated this. Straight up told me I stunk. My daughter, she went to give me a hug before I dropped her off at school, and she was like, oh mom, your sweater smells too strong. Like, she hated it. It was just, this was a big no-go for us. So yeah, this one, let me go ahead and give it a little spray. I'm going to be sending this on to my friend Jen. She does a little bit better with those metallic notes, I think. I don't think her skin is as unforgiving as mine is with the metallic notes. So yeah, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna send this one on to her because it's just a no-go for me. So that is All Dae. Okay, the next one that I really wanted to get my nose on was Fineapple. So Fineapple is magnolia, green apple, pineapple, jasmine, dry woods, musk, and ambrette. This one is gorgeous. I love this one. This is a full bottle worthy one. Like, I have to have a full bottle of this. It's so beautiful, which is funny because I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought I'm going to end up really liking the All Dae and really not liking the Fineapple. Oh my gosh, this is so, so beautiful. You smell the beautiful, bright, juicy, sweet pineapple. You can smell the apple mixed with it, so it's kind of like a fruit punch type smell. But what is it that keeps it from going into like, oh gosh. The jasmine and the woods really keep it from going into that like fruity territory, if that makes any sense. It is beautiful. It keeps it kind of sophisticated, and on the skin, it really goes more in like a sophisticated direction than like a juvenile, fruity, sweet, like sugar bomb type perfume, which don't get me wrong, I love them, but this is so unique and so beautiful. And if you're looking for a perfume with a true pineapple note in it, this is it. This is the one for you. This is gorgeous. I love this, and this lasted on my skin for hours and hours as well. So beautiful. So that is Fineapple, and that was a big win with that one. Okay, the next one is called Amongst Waves, and this is definitely a unisex leaning masculine fragrance. This is green apple, honeydew, lime zest, sea salt, aquatic notes, and patchouli. This one I'm not crazy about, but I don't hate it either. I don't love honeydew melon. I don't like the scent of it or the fragrance of it, and I don't like to eat it. So I don't like to eat melons, period. But honeydew is particularly, it can smell like so sweet that it's almost rotting to my nose, and the honeydew is the like most prominent note in this fragrance. That's all I smell is honeydew. When it does dry down, however, some of the other notes start to come out. The patchouli comes out a little bit, though the patchouli is always in the background. You can smell the aquatic notes. It's a very interesting fragrance. The lime, the sea salt. It's a beautiful fragrance, don't get me wrong. And if you're somebody that likes honeydew, I think you would really love this, because this is very strong melon. And this would just be, I think, fantastic in the summertime, in the heat. Oh gosh, I bet this would just be beautiful in the high heat. But yeah, this is definitely not my favorite. Okay, the next one is another one that I fell in love with. This is called Bergamust, and this is bergamot, ocean mist, cedar, orange blossom, ambroxan, and white amber musk. This one is beautiful. This is gorgeous. This is the bergamot, but it's the orange blossom. You smell the orange blossom, like, is the most prominent note. Sorry, I feel like I can't get my words out today. Yeah, this is a beautiful orange blossom fragrance. So if you know you really like orange blossom, I think you would really love this one. You get a little bit of that like aquatic vibe in the very top of it, but the orange blossom is so overpowering. I can smell a little bit of the ambroxan in the base. Oh, it's beautiful. This is gorgeous. This is another one that is definitely unisex, but I think leans a little bit more masculine, but it's one that I would feel comfortable wearing. And I am so excited to test that one in the high heat as well, because I think it's just going to be gorgeous. So beautiful. If you love orange blossom, you would really love that one. Okay, the next one that I have is Evergreen Dream, and this is galbanum, cashmeran, lavender, pine resin, patchouli, and oak moss. And I will tell you, this is heavily masculine leaning. So this one is definitely not for me, but I love how it smells, and my husband liked this one as well. So this might be one that I can get on him. It's beautiful. I just smell the pine resin. Is it pine? Yeah, pine resin. That is the most prominent note. It smells like fresh cut wood or fresh cut trees. It smells like sap. When I was a kid, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, so in the woods. So when I was a kid, we used to run around and play in the woods, and I used to love to get into sap. My mother didn't love it when I got into sap, but I loved getting into sap and just getting it on my fingers and smelling it, and it was just so beautiful smelling. And that's what this smells like. But this has a little bit of a freshness to it from the lavender. So you smell that kind of really beautiful, rich pine resin, but it's kind of offset by this beautiful dry lavender fragrance. It's gorgeous. This would be a beautiful cologne on a man. It could definitely be worn by anybody, but to me this one is very, very masculine and very, very natural and fresh smelling. It's just beautiful. Okay, and the next two are going to my friend Jen as well. The next one I'm going to talk about is called Eau Fraiche, and this is blackcurrant, Concord grapes, dried tobacco leaves, sandalwood, orris butter, and ambergris. And this one is another one that I have another sample of, and I sprayed it all over me one day, and it was one of those things where I was like, why did I do that? I'm really uncomfortable with how I smell. And of course these are beasts, so they last absolutely forever. This one is, you can really smell the grape in it. So the grape is very prominent, as well as the tobacco, and it's this very interesting mix of grape juice and sweet tobacco. It's very, very interesting. I think on the right skin this would be gorgeous. It just did not work on my skin. But yeah, that's what I smell absolutely the most, is the tobacco leaves and the grape. It's very, very interesting. This one is sweet, but does lean masculine, but definitely could be worn by a woman, for sure. It's definitely very unisex, but it's an interesting one. It's like a sweet masculine fragrance, if that makes any sense. And it's like nothing I've come across before, if that makes any sense. It's very hard to explain. Okay, and the last one, and this is another one, I have a decant of this that one of you lovely subscribers sent over to me, so I'm going to pass this along to Jen as well. This is Wicked Good. This is chocolate, Madagascar, vanilla, and tonka bean. And this is gorgeous. In fact, I'm not going to spray her sample of it. I'm going to go ahead and I'll get my decant so that I don't have to spray her sample. Okay. So, chocolate, Madagascar, vanilla, and tonka. This is a little bit reminiscent of Fève de Lessives. For sure, it's like it's Fève, but minus any of the spiciness to it. And add chocolate. It's beautiful. It's very, very similar to Dior Fève de Lessives, but like I say, add chocolate minus the spicy notes, and it's just a tonka bean dream. It's just beautiful tonka. I love this fragrance. I think Jen's gonna love this fragrance. And yeah, really, really beautiful one. If there are any that I would recommend from this house, it would probably be Wicked Good, because it's so beautiful. It's a little bit sweet, but it's more of a dry vanilla, so it's not like an overly sweet, like cupcake smell by any means. It's a dry vanilla and tons of tonka bean. It's just beautiful. And then just a hint of chocolate. And it's gorgeous. The chocolate is perfect. It's done so perfectly in this fragrance because it does not overpower it. It's not like you're going to walk around smelling like a chocolate bar or anything like that. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, that is Wicked Good, guys. So on my eyes today, I am wearing this BH Cosmetics Opalescent palette. This is a TJ Maxx find. I found this for $7.99, and it did come with a little set of 3 brushes as well. This is a beautiful palette. So I had seen this on Ulta, and I had read reviews about it, and people didn't really give it great reviews. People didn't love it, but I think it's because the kind of color mix here, there's not a ton of contrast. There's just a lot of kind of lighter shimmery colors. You do get some, you know, kind of darker colors down here, but for me it's great. There aren't a lot of like mid-tone colors though, so that's the only complaint that I would have about it, mid-tone mattes. So you pretty much have to go in with something really light and then go in with something really dark, and then, you know, just kind of you know, go in with a shimmer or whatever you want to do on your lid. But anyways, that is what I've got on my eyes today. And that is, again, BH Cosmetics Opalescent. That was a great TJ Maxx find. And then on my lips, I am obsessed with this lip product. This is a Revlon lip product. I believe it's newer. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick, and it does say new, and it is in the shine version. So it's like a really shiny lipstick. This is the shade 007 Glazed Mauve, and it's gorgeous. It's super, super shiny. It's almost balm-like, but with a ton of color to it. It's really, really gorgeous. So that is, and it's really comfortable, and it stays on pretty good. It's just a really nice lip product. So anyways, that is what I have on my face today. So anyways, guys, that is a quick little overview of Gallagher Fragrances. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.